I've found video evidence that Fox News hates a certain married presidential candidate who had an affair, then paid hush money to cover it up, and was later indicted for misreporting the hush money. Oh, I'm not talking about Trump. I mean the 2008 Democratic presidential candidate, John Edwards. The following is a taste of what they said back then, which for some reason doesn't match up to what they're saying about Trump now. I wonder why.
If you take a vow, a promise, a pledge, a solemn vow, and you promise to love, honor, cherish, be faithful to, in good times and in bad, rich or poor, better or worse, and be faithful, till death do you part. If you can't keep that vow, why should people not be suspect if you keep a vow to, preserve, protect, and defend the Constitution of the United States?
Well, I think you've got something there.
If you don't keep that vow not to have an affair with your wife, why should we believe that you would do it?
You don't know all of the circumstances around which any of these men
Well, we do know the circumstances. Wife had cancer.
And that's one of the reasons.
He's announcing for president.
Why?
And he's having an affair.
That's what. No, let me be clear. I think John Edwards was stupid. I think he was stupid to do this because he should have known that he would be under tremendous scrutiny. And for somebody who was running for president to have done this really shocks me.
Yeah,
having said that,
I mean, really, the narcissism and hypocrisy that go into this are just remarkable. You look at one; he's running for president on moral values. His wife has been diagnosed with cancer, and yet this is a man that we're going to trust of leading the free world.
He's not running for president.
Excuse me. Hang on a second.
Well, no, he's not now, but he was at the time, and he was considering it. And I think that's really the whole. Right. That's why this is an issue.
Let me go back to Ronald, because Ronald, I want to go back to this fundamental issue. I want to know. You got to explain this to me. I'm just not getting this. Explain to me. I'm just a regular guy, and I'm wondering if you can't keep the promise to your family, can't keep your promise to your wife, you're having an affair, you're lying about the affair repeatedly, why should the American people trust you when you say you're not going to lie to them? Why should we trust you?
And people just, right now, they don't like him, and that's not really going to play to his advantage.
Whatever the outcome of this, he has lost the battle with the opinion of the public people. He has clearly lost that battle. And think about it, he could have been president of the United States, but the man is a liar, he's a cheater.
Well, if the prosecution, though, can show that money was spent to cover up the affair to benefit his campaign, not necessarily anything to do with his wife or his family, but to benefit his campaign. And I think they can make a good argument with that, because had that scandal really broken, wide open, but while he was still running, well, then there would be no presidential campaign, of course.
So, I mean, it definitely benefited. It would have definitely hurt otherwise.
Well, he would have been out of the race.
Yeah.
Absolutely, yeah.
And you agree?
The rules apply to everyone. No one is above the law.
Well, coming up.
They are using
the facts are that he broke campaign finance laws and that he lied to cover it up.
How?
That he used private luxury
because
airfare.
He was having
he diverted campaign
to
funds
cover up
in order
affair.
Yes, using money inappropriately to advance his candidacy for president of the United States. Yes,
no,
that's exactly what it is. So the facts are what he did,
Wait a minute.
not that he had an affair, that he tried to cover it up, that he diverted funds, that he lied to us, that he gave media statements that are improper, that he knew what he was doing, that he asked people that worked for him to be complicit in these crimes. He knew, and he should face the consequences. It's not about
Kelly,
whether he's such or why did he lie?
Kelly, the rules apply to everyone. No one is above the law. The rules apply to everyone. No one is above the law.